Welcome back, everyone. It has been quite a while, and the world is a very different place since the last time I put up an episode. And with that being said, let's get right into the episode. Um, should I be producing more episodes now that everything has gone neutered zombie apocalypse on us? Um, eh, well, I've been doing some work, regardless. And remember how last time I said that this project was going to be put on the back burner for a little bit because I wanted to have everything Jurassic Park's Nublar map um, take the forefront? Well, we got to a stage where only one person could really do any work. And so we're putting the trees on. A big step. But anyway, I decided I'm not going to sit by. I'm going to work on this park for everybody, which I did some tree adding myself, which I am very happy with these Jurassic Craft Phoenix logs. But yeah, so that leads me to the point of this episode. We have got three major points, but before I get major into that, what do you guys think of these shaders? Last time I tried filming, they didn't really work well, but for some reason they're working again really well. So, should I do more episodes with these? Let me know down in the comments. I really want to encourage some dialogue back and forth and create sort of a community for us. So there's only one downside with these shaders, in that they don't work well in buildings and glass does not work. Oh wow. I've not looked inside with the shaders on. But because we're inside, I gotta take these off. Put on internal. So let's move over here. And since we're going over here, let's turn the brightness down. So I've got some major stuff going on, and I'd say that the visitor center is now right about 75-80% done, which is a lot better than the 20% that it was before ish. So I just have to put some trees in here. But since this restaurant is over here, I wanted to go with the idea that it was like a rainforest cafe. Do you guys remember those? I used to enjoy going to them as a kid and when I went to the Disney parks. And so I thought I'd bring a little bit of that in here, a themed restaurant, which I had found a new YouTuber the last couple weeks, which really got me wanting to build again. His name is Chaotic Craft, and recently, like I think it was back in January, because I binged watched his series recently because I just found him, was that he built a carboniferous house. Well, he calls it a bug house, but he interchangeable. But he had put some leaf blocks on the ceiling, and I thought that was so cool. And to be honest, I'm going to steal a lot of his ideas. I'm just going to be open about that, and I hope he doesn't mind. But I don't know if he'll ever find me, but we'll see. But I really love this back corner here with the waterfall. There were a bunch of like shrubs and different things, the sapling type looking things and ferns, but for some reason those disappeared when I did the thing that I did, which I'll refer to later. I have yet to do a lot of the foliage, finish the foliage, and I need to build the kitchen, which is where the incident happened, and past needs to stay in the past. So I'll move past that. And if you want to know what I'm talking about, go back and watch the history video, which is going to be slightly altered now that I've done the thing that I'm wanting to avoid talking about for a little while. So let's go over here, and shadows of the past need to stay in the past. This is a bathroom. I have not built a bathroom yet. They're just empty shells. So over here, I am very, very proud of this. For some reason, the fossils and archaeology mod fossils just disappeared. So this is going to be the IMAX theater. This is the concession stand, ticket booths, to another theater, which, since those are on funky angles, I have not done them. But let's go down to the 45-degree, like the big one. This is a life-size IMAX theater sitting at 18 blocks by 24 blocks wide. So this is 18 meters tall and 24 meters wide, and this is massive. And it's one of the crown jewels of this, what I'm calling a monolithic buildings. Yeah, just imagine watching a movie on this thing, like the original King Kong or some, heck, even Jurassic Park would be interesting, even though they wouldn't have that in this universe. Moving on, we go over here. Next on, going counterclockwise, is the museum. So there's the toy Gallimimus that I figured would be fun to put in this planter to protect guests from the monorail that just intrudes into the building because of dark secrets that need to remain in the past. So yeah, here's the museum. Again, everything's still like, it's still under construction. You know, like how it was during the movie The Visitor Center. This is just a little bit behind from where that was. So we're gonna enter into this main, like, chapel area. I'm calling this the Amber Chapel. And because it's the museum, I thought we need to focus on amber and the importance of it. So we got the fossilized amber block from Jurassic Craft. We got the orange stained glass to promote that idea. And I literally just copied this amber egg from the Engine Staff Center, which we'll get more talking about that later. So as we come down here, we've got the museum area. I thought this was really cool. Jurassic Craft, really, despite it being extinct now and going to be replaced by Jurassic Saga and Project Nublar, it still had some pretty models, which granted, so do its replacements, but come on, that is just cool. But I figured that just had to be on the staircase. So we got Triceratops, we got a family of Dilophosaurus, we got the Raptor Squad going on here, and we have a amber deposit, which is going to be the first of many amber exhibits inside this museum. And this, you know, since this opens up to the mammoth enclosure, I figured we should have some Cenozoic Ice Age creatures included in the museum, so it's not just dinosaurs, because this park in reality is not just dinosaurs. We've got synapsids, we've got mammals, we've got flying reptiles, we've got swimming reptiles, you know, we've got sharks, we got fish. You know, it can't be 100% dinosaurs, but it is the main focus. I think it's really interesting that the guy who originally made this, which is called, his name's Goji Rex, had the museum open up into and look out onto the mammoth enclosure, because I think that's a really nice reference to the novel, because Hammond's first creature that he cloned was a pygmy elephant, and he used this to go to the Japanese investors to be able to, like, hey, I need money to build this. This is my dream. Here's some proof of concept. And I think this is just a really neat Easter egg, even if Goji Rex didn't really intend for it to be. And something interesting, actually, I can't get into that quite yet later because I did a thing. And the thing applies to this box over here, which I'll get back to in a moment. So this is going to be where Platybelodon, Elasmosaurus, and Smilodon, I believe, are. We've got the Carnivore Landing, which has the beautiful Rex skeleton, more Dilos, Microraptors, and a couple more Raptors. So before I move over, we've got these three dioramas that are open. I want to do something similar to like what Lockwood had in his mansion, in this like library for these three. And I want you to give me an idea of what should go in there. I'll leave that up to some comments. And I have absolutely no idea what to put in here. I had built this originally. I thought this would be really fun and cool to do. Put a brachiosaur skeleton, but it didn't work. It was too big. So yeah, give me some ideas of what to do there. I might change some stuff over here also. But we come to some of my more favorite dinosaurs. Well, except for the Gallimimus, I just needed to put something here because of the monorail support. But we got the Rex, because come on, who doesn't like the T-Rex? T-Rex is better than Spinosaurus. And I just pissed off half the Jurassic Park community. And then I gained a bunch more subscribers because I said that. But anyway, got the Sarcosuchus, which as a kid, when Super Croc was announced, I was ecstatic because I was a big crocodilian fan as a kid. So we got also a Pachycephalosaurus, which there was supposed to be another one here. I don't know why that disappeared. But anyway, let us move on because we've got a lot to cover and not a lot of time. So let's move on. Museum. I might change this to the bathroom. Another bathroom like mirroring over there. Let's move on. Yeah, I'm not sure what to do with this spot now that the timeline has changed a bit. But anyway, this is going to be the gift shower. I spent a lot of time focusing on the IMAX theater, the museum, and the restaurant, and didn't really get far into this before I got distracted by something even more crazy than building this part. You know, I've been told I'm a bit crazy for wanting to build this, and I've been told I'm even more crazy for what I just did this last week. So I'll be getting to that a little bit more later, but I figured this was a neat idea. Fossils in the wall, different something with the lighting, having vines coming down. Let me know what you guys think. I want to encourage some dialogue. So let's move over here. Let's hop onto the monorail real quick, because that'll help me get to the next main topic I want to do. Okay. I don't know if I've shown off the monorail much. It is roughly about 1/4 of the way done. But most of it isn't themed properly. So let's move on. Secrets in the past need to stay in the past. Even though I keep referencing them. Go watch that video. So as we come through here, we come out into, this is going to be a lush jungle looking area. Now we're in I might put like a tunnel, like a cave thing there, because now we're in the Cenozoic or the Ice Age themed area, going over the mammoth, mastodon, and there's another one in there. There's three creatures in this big, large paddock. It's one of the few ones that I'll actually consider a paddock instead of an exhibit. So as we move on, we're good. That's a maintenance area. Testing how I want to make the buildings, which after seeing this, a couple new YouTubers, I'm going to completely get rid of and rebuild these designs. So let's continue. This is the Cenozoic station. Command. And now we're starting to see the example, or see some of the changes that I've done being exposed. So I'm gonna be adding, so there's the Cenozoic station, there's the visitor center station. The next one on the actual like map and plans is the Jurassic America station. I'm going to have it altered slightly and there's going to be a hotel off in that area, and the monorail will go over to the hotel. But that is for much, much further down the line. But as you're seeing, there's some crudely marked rivers and waterways marked, and an ocean. Well, this is more of a bay in reality, but ever since I found this map, again, I've been told I'm crazy for this. First, this is one of the many things that I've been told I'm crazy about. First of all, the map, and then this major change. When I found this map, I think it was produced in 2012, and I found it about a year later. And I started work on World Painter in 2015, which I went through 3 different versions before I was able to settle on the one that I did settle on my layout wise. But I from the very beginning, I wanted to come up with an area where Jurassic Park San Diego could actually be built inside San Diego, and I didn't want to go with Griffith Park or, those kind of things, because those were already built upon in 1980, whenever it would be. So let's get rid of these. Nope. And I found an area that I think it's called Chula Vista, but it's a wildlife refuge location, and nothing was built here. And being a major city like San Diego is, I was kind of surprised at that, because I'm, especially being a California city, I'm amazed that it didn't have anything built here, and it was just big enough. Well, not 100%, because I'm gonna have to do some land reclaiming and then bring that river out a bit, but I think it's good enough. I don't want to remove this area because that's where the Metriacanthosaurus is, and Mamenchi I think is in there, but I'm not 100% sure. And this is the Diplodocus. I can't shrink the Diplodocus paddock, but that also gives me the ability to have rivers and whatnot flowing through here that are actually based on something real, and I wouldn't have to come up with it on my own, which is another plus. But with that being also said, it kind of did lead to some problems, which, for the sake of time, let me warp over here to the entrance. There's a central river that flows down this area. If people, I'll be showing a map of it here. And for those of you that are not very familiar with San Diego, which I certainly am not, I'm on the opposite side of the north-south border, so to speak. I'm up in Washington, so I have no idea. I've never been there. But this river flows right through where part of the parking lot was. It actually would have come up to, where that post is. And I didn't feel right having the parking lot built over. Let me know what you guys think. Should I reroute the river? Because this is a main thing. I think this is called the Sweetwater River. It's an actual river that flows through this area, and it's the natural bending and course of the river. So it's a pretty big deal, and it wouldn't mess with the original timeline because the park could have been built and the wall would have been built on the river. But that leads to what does go here, because there's a building missing. There's the Jurassic Park Institute, and when I placed it, most of it was actually in the river or above the river. So should I build over it and have this giant conduit system and keep the river, or should I have the institute on the opposite side, which that'll lead into some problems, because if you look over here, most of the staff center would be messed up and under this river here, or above this river here. And if we look up here, the river flows under both the aquarium and the river cruise. So I've got a couple ideas. Should I reroute the river slightly and have it go into the Jungle River Cruise? or should I build over it? I want to, again, I want some dialogue back and forth. I want to hear your guys's. I want this to feel like more of a community park kind of thing instead of one person building. And I would, I'd like to hear some feedback from you guys. So let me know what you guys think about this, and let's get some, communication going so that this next episode I can have, actually give you a big update on this, because this is a major development. Yeah, should I alter the large aquarium, reroute the river? Just let me know. I'm going off of a list of topics. So that leads me to the next one. Should each video be an update video, or should it be like this one, or should it be like, would you like to see some building on camera like some of my earlier episodes? I need to get replay mod back on and figured out since I rebuilt my computer. That's been some problems, and that's why I've been prevented from doing such things. But yeah, let me know about that. And one more thing is, should I have these update videos with shaders? Would that be something you guys would like to see as well? I'm not opposed to it. I just need to find one that works well with interiors, which I know that's like a needle in a haystack, but if I can get some suggestions, that would be great. Anyway, I think that's about it for this episode. Here's a quick teaser of everything Jurassic Park and the trees that are going to go on that Nublar map. I know this is not what you're here for, but this is what's been preventing me from doing this series. So here's a quick teaser. And with that, I'd like to thank you for watching this episode. And if something escapes,